You want to put together a scooter with HIC compression? Let's figure out how. Wow, that was possibly the gayest intro I've ever done, and I love it. So, today with me, I have the scoot. But today I'm going to be taking this apart, and then I'm going to put it all back together, and I'm going to show you guys how to put together an HIC compression. This is not true HIC. I will tell you how to put together a true HIC, but this one is TCS/HIC system, which means toolless compression HIC system, which means I don't have to use any tools to get the compression apart, but I will tell you how to put it together with the method that needs tools. Whenever you are taking your bars off, remember, loosen your clamp evenly so it doesn't crack, because it will happen, and then you'll be sad, and I'll say I told you so, and you never want me to be able to say I told you so. Once they're loosened evenly, pull the bars off. For this, I'm going to be taking apart the entire scooter, so next we'll do wheels. While I'm at this, I think I might have to change the bearings in this wheel, so when it gets to that, I'll probably go upstairs and grab the bearings. Okay, before I go on, this is where I have to point out, this is a TCS system, which means toolless compression system, so the shim compression bolt and compression cap are all in one on this, and you just grab onto the shim and screw it on. In normal compression, I'll have a picture of a normal HIC kit right there. After putting your headset on, you would slide your shim over the forks first, and then you'd put the compression screw through the compression cap and use your Allen wrench to screw it on. That's the only difference. Let's get into putting this together. So first, let's go through how to put the headset together. You're going to want to put the half of the bearing that's tapered up. You want to put the flat side down on the fork. It should sit on the crown race. By the way, if your fork does not come with a crown race, you're going to have to purchase one separately. You put it with the flat part down, the tapered part going up, and then you slide that into your fork. So after you put the bottom bearing of your headset on, you want to grab the top bearing and slide it on the same way with the groove going inside the deck and the flat part facing up this time. Make sure it's in there evenly. And then you want to slide this little spacer in. I forget the proper name for this, but basically, if you don't have this in, the forks are still going to move, your bars are still going to move, so you have to slide that in, and that basically mends the gap. It takes care of that gap so there's nothing there. And then you put your dust cover over, dust cap, dust cover, whichever one you want to call it. You just slide that over your fork so it covers it, and then your headset's together. From here, if you have a normal HIC system, you would then put your shim over and then put the compression screw through the compression cap and tighten it into the fork with an Allen wrench. This is toolless compression, so I just slide it over until it catches and then screw it in. With a wheel on it, it should be able to move about half a spin with each flick. Now, I'm gonna go get those bearings so I can replace the ones in this wheel that are kind of shot. So I'm gonna go get those bearings, then we're gonna replace them, put it back together, and get some clips. Okay, we have our tilt bearings. You know what's good. So I already used the other two in this wheel. We're gonna take this apart and put the new bearings on. That's one bearing out, one to go. That's two bearings out, let's put the new ones in. Bearing. Put it with the red part out, into the side of your wheel. Make sure it goes in evenly. We've got one in. Then we want to insert our spacer. The spacer will sit right in between the two bearings. Doesn't matter where it is, once you put the bearings in, you can use your Allen wrench to kind of find it and move it around. New bearings are in place. Let's complete putting the scooter back together. So I'm thinking of cutting down my brake to make it more of a fender, but I don't know if I'm going to just yet, so I'm just going to put a normal brake back on for now. Just slide it in and get your two small screws. Just start them in there. By the way, Ethan, if you're watching this, I found your tool. The back axle is a little trickier because you have to put in the spacers too. So what you want to do is you want to get your bolt started first, put your spacer on it, slide your wheel in, and then further push it through. Again, you're probably going to have to move your spacer around, so just mess around with your spacer until you can get your axle through. So then that's when you're going to want to slide in your spacer. Use your Allen wrench to kind of move everything around in there. And then all that's left to do is tighten it down. Okay, we got up to the bars. This is probably the easiest part to do. You just slide the bars in, align the clamp with the wheel so it looks nice, and then go ahead and even tighten these. Not a lot, just a little bit, just so that they'll hold on while you make sure it's straight. Now, a good way to make sure it's straight, just stand on the scooter, lean over the bars, and use your Allen wrench to kind of tap it until you think it's straight. Then you're just going to want to finish tightening your clamp. Very important part is it dialed. I'd call that dialed. Let's go get some clips. Okay guys, so right now I'm gonna get some clip on the newly dialed scoot. And okay, here's the thing. My ankle, it's still killing me. It's better than it was, but it's still killing me, so I'm not gonna be throwing down. Obviously. But I am gonna try to regain some of the tricks that I lost after hurting my ankle, because I wasn't able to practice them. And then I lost them. So I'm going to try to regain threes because now I can't do them anymore with my ankle. So I'm going to try to regain those. 180 whips. And we'll stick with that for now. But if I'm feeling it, I want to try to get trucks again. And maybe try to get full whips, but I never had those in the first place. I was pretty close though. So let's just start with a few easy clips. Let's go. The last thing that I want to get is a board slide down the rail. I can still board slide flat, but my ankle's been screwing me up every time I try this, so I'm going to give it a try again. Ow! Okay, I just landed all the tricks that I wanted to relearn. I'm actually pretty stoked about that. So I'm going to be ending this video here, but before I end it, if you guys want to see a better example on how to put compressions together, I'm going to link a video from the Vol Pro Scooters channel where they tell you exactly how to put together every kind of compression. It's really helpful. That's how I learned. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, share. It's your life. You've got to live it and believe. Damn, it's been so long since I used that outro. I missed it.